Good morning, guys. Good morning. It's Mazi again, and I'm here to share my daily outlook with you guys. All right. Okay. So this is a BTC chart, and let's start from the weekly. So let's start from the weekly chart, and as for the weekly chart, this is the last candle, right? The candle that broke the low of the last weekly structure. And yeah, the candle later got engulfed. After that, price came back and we swept this low. And since then, we've not had any strong body close. Since then, we're just having some sort of reactions here and reactions there. So for that, on the weekly, um, I'm still not confident that price is going to buy now or sell now. Though overall, based on Bitcoin halving and other fundamentals, I still believe BTC has to drop lower. All right, but we still have to follow price action regardless. So looking at 4 hours, looking at 4 hours, this low here is a failed 4 hours break of structure. So with that, when I start having a retracement, I am most likely expecting price to get to this point that initiated the move. Then we start dropping. So with that in mind, I always disregard this midpoint here because there was no proper close. If there was a proper close, then I pay respect to this guy. So yeah, but unfortunately, this guy is actually reacting because I took a buy off this around this zone. I took a buy off that zone, but unfortunately, he came very close here to TP and reversed. I also took a buy around this place on M15, which that particular one hit stop loss. Yeah, actually hit stop loss. I took a buy somewhere around here, moved and stop loss. So for that, I don't think I'll be trading BTC for now till price arranges itself and shows a clear direction. So let's check BTC, gold. Yeah, I'm still very much bullish. I'm still very much bullish. Like I told you guys from the previous videos, I've gotten my engulfing and price has come back, tapped it nicely, and I'm waiting for price to move to the upside. So another thing that can also happen is for this price to drop and tap this red line, the midpoint, and also make the move to the upside, right? Whichever it wants to do, I am very much bullish. I am very much bullish on gold. So for GJ is still looking very nice. Looking very nice. Let me see the weekly. Yeah, for GU, sorry, GU. This is a failed weekly break of structure. Right? Stroke price reacting off an external weekly. This is external and this is internal weekly. External weekly reaction zone or liquidity point, whatever you call it, right? So that's why we're having all this move. So price is in a bit of confusion whether we're going to make it to this high or drop to this low, but I'm more confident with us going to this point before we drop. Because why? There is a counter trend, a counter structure, external structure, internal structure. And once I'm having internal structure of the same time frame, meaning the internal structure is what I should be focusing more on than the external structure. So with that, I apply my normal tool, not apply the system I use to trade this particular stuff. So you're looking at here, I have a failed weekly break of structure, which when it fails, where am I expecting price to go to? The source candle. Where's the source candle? This guy. Price came, moved, tapped here, and reversed. So came to what? Took this low again, we swept this low, and now we're having this bullish pump. And from the look of things, I don't think we'll most likely come back again. I think this is going to make it all the way to this point. I don't know if it's going to, but I feel it's going to make it all the way to that point. All right. So with that in mind, I can say this is our 4-hour structure. Looking at this point, this is the next 4-hour structure, and price is pulling back very nicely. Price is pulling back very nicely. So what are my expectations for price to get to this point here? right? Price to get to that point there. Where is my entry? Long. My entry will be here, this midpoint. Once I get my confirmation, stop loss placed around here. The stop loss placed around there. Where will be my TP? My TP will be here. This is the most ideal place to get out, or here, right, or there. Or if I want to get greedy, if I want to get greedy, I can just move it all the way to this point. But please don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Always work with the ideal point, which is here. You can get out from here. More opportunities to create. It's a very long range, so definitely more trades will form. More trades will form in here to ride it to the upside. So, but this is actually the trade idea. This is the trade idea. Okay. Let's go to US 30. This guy, I've refused to fall. This guy, I've refused to drop to the side. I was actually on a trade around here from the previous video for a sell to this point so we can buy, and it messed me up. So I'm going to allow it to balance. Let me just allow it to balance. So price should do what it wants to do. Then we just engage. I don't know what it wants to do, but whatever it wants to do, we'll just wait. If it comes to this point, fine, invalidation has happened inside here. Then if it drops down, still fine at the end of the day. So yeah, this video is proudly sponsored by Hola Prime, one of the best prop firms out there. One of the best, actually one of the best prop firms that allows an independent body to audit every single thing they do. All their payout goes through Deloitte to maintain a record that they've set, which is the prop firm with the fastest payout out there, 3 minutes and some seconds. It lasted for 3 minutes and some seconds. And also the prop firm that has never denied any payouts. Now, when I say no payout denier, I'm not saying if you go there and trade and mess up their rules or fault their rules, they're going to pay you. They will not pay you. But as long as you adhere to their rules, your payout will never be denied. So it will be advisable for you to go to the website, go to FAQ, make sure you settle down and read the rules that are attached to the account you want to buy and trade. And don't worry, they will pay you. Don't stress, just trade accordingly and they are going to pay you. That's one thing about Hola Prime. You can verify all these things from their weekly live they host on YouTube. You can check that out. Every week they pay people live, and you can verify all these things I'm saying there. They pay people live payout, so you can go there and check. And also they have futures for those who want to trade futures. They have futures, and they also have a broker. That's Hola Prime Markets if you're interested. So get your account in Hola Prime. The accounts are very cheap also. The minimum account there is $9. It's going for $9, which is a $2,000 account. It's going for $9. And when you use my code MAZFX, you get it for $6. So any account you're purchasing on that platform, if you use my code MAZFX, you're going to get it for you're going to get it for a 30% discount. Any account you're buying there, you're going to get a 30% discount. So click the link on this video to get access to Hola Prime and also the access to Hola Prime broker. So let's get back to business. US 30. All right, US 30. Let's move on to the next pair, and that is a GBP JPY. Market closed around here, and honestly, I told myself I'm going to wake up to take this trade, but so sad price has moved without me. So I'm looking at it this morning. I'm having a little bit of malaria, and I took drugs and I overslept. I wasn't awake to follow up this trade. I would have been in this trade for this buy, but it's fine. It's one of those things. There's lots of opportunities in the market. More opportunities will surely come. So I framed this from let me delete this. This is no longer relevant. This is an inside. It's no longer relevant. I don't need it for anything. So outside here, this is the 2 hours structure. Yeah, a very beautiful 2-hour structure with an internal liquidity here. The internal liquidity mitigated this point, but it created an engineered liquidity around here. So it created an engineered liquidity around here. So I think this is going to hold a very nice buy, a very nice buy. So I might just be here and see if there's a M15 continuation for the buy, so I can just see if I can leverage on it before we get to this point. But if there is none, I'll just stay out of the market. So I added a very lovely pair yesterday that I discovered yesterday. That is a CHF JPY. And after trying to check this pair thoroughly, I discovered that if I had traded this pair just last month alone, this is all I would have bagged. This is the pair, the TPs I would have bagged. Very beautiful pair when it comes to structure. You respect. I never knew. I've never traded this pair in my life. Like, the way it respects the structure I trade is mad. So I had to put it. And now I'm test running this. I marked this zone to see if it's going to push to this point. Now you can see how it's respecting it nicely. Price is respecting it. I think even normally I trade gold more. But from the look of things, this CHF JPY, right, gives my structure, it respects my structure very well. It respects my structure very well. It does, honestly. And on Hola Prime, the spread too is favorable, so that's why I had to add it. Because CHF pairs, most CHF pairs, their spreads are wild. But for this guy, it is beautiful on Hola Prime. So I don't really have anything to worry about. That was why I had to add this guy. Okay, guys, it's been a beautiful session with you guys. I will see you guys on my next episode. I'll see you guys on my next episode. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye and have a profitable week. Bye, guys.